Welcome to part 2, Role of Visual Weight in Designing Selfie Points in Parks and Urban Centers.
Now you'll see other points. Visual weighted Gulmarg Gondola selfie point. There are certain natural points where you take the selfies. Suppose Gulmarg Gondola. Now it is too messy. If you will see in the backdrop of it, there is a grey station, cables, crowded barriers, and steel, and they steal the attention. Now here, just right, you have a cabin, you have white snow. This is your light area. You protect it, and then one cabin, all eyes on you, and the sky is the backdrop of it. So what are the quick design rules now? You frame the sky. Mark the floor so people stand with open valley behind, not the cable station. So you cannot take selfie here. You hide the mess. More dustbin, wires, yellow barriers out of the main camera frame, and let snow win. Now here is the snow which is clean. Do not add colorful railings or signs. Snow plus sky is a perfect light area. This and this is the light area, and what is the contrast here is this color and the position of this gondola. So that is why a mountain plus gondola plus your camera, that gives a viral photo. And in BMW test, you should see one dark shape. That dark shape is you and plus cabin, gondola cabin, that is floating on white. That white is whole this. If you see gray buildings, cables or crowds, the spot fails. So this is a comparison here versus this. It cannot be a selfie point. Only a selfie point can be here because you are taking the visual weight into consideration. Similarly, a visual weight on the shikara selfie. Now, what is the dull formula here? That is you, a tourist or a local, plus water, plus sky, plus mountains. Now, what is the anchor? Which one is the heavy anchor in a dull? You and shikara front. And plus your clothing, that is your dark farron, wooden boat, that is a heavy anchor. What are the light areas? Light areas is your lake, that is water, that is sky, and then these Zabarman hills. And what is the light areas there? Still water, that is also open. Horizon, soft clouds. And then what is the result of these heavy and light areas? When you have a heavy anchor, a shikara in front, you and shikara front, and you have light areas behind it, and the result is the gravity. I lock on you instantly. See in this frame, a person will see you only. But here, it's a bad selfie because you have a busy background that steals attention. You will see towards the boat, towards other areas, and then you got lost. So what are the 3 shikara rules for perfect weight? That is, you sit at the front, boatman behind you, shikara tip, that is a leading line to you. Face open water. Avoid shops, houseboats, wires in background, turn toward mountain and sky. Use golden hour, soft light, water city's light, use city the darkest shape. And in BMW, you will clearly see dark shape, you and your boat tip, floating on the calm grey lake. And if you see busy houseboats, floating vendors or poles, and then you reposition the shikara. That is shikara, mountain, and then gives this empty space that sells the Kashmir. Water is the world's best negative space, and you can use it here. It cannot be used here. It can be used in a best selfie. Similarly, visual weight on a pony ride selfie in Palgam. I'm educating you how you take a photograph from a nature that can be a viral selfie also. So Pahalgam formula is, that is first you as a person, your pony, and the pine trees, and plus valley. You have the heavy anchors here, light areas, and what will be the result? That is you plus pony plus pine tree. Suppose this selfie is the pony is here and you are riding it, and then this is one pine tree. Compare it with this. You will see the difference. And also at the backdrop, you have a little river, you have a meadow, and an open sky. But here, what will happen here in this picture? The gravity eye goes to you first. Anybody who sees this photo, that will go first to you. And also you have a dark pony rider, tall pine, which is here, and then green grass, which is on this side, and water, clouds, they make the lighter areas. So contrast, you stand out, not the crowd. And then there are also 3 pony ride rules for perfect weight. Stop at an open meadow. Avoid photo near shops, tents, or other pony groups. You have to position yourself and use one pine tree frame. Stand beside one tall deodar tree. It anchors. Skip busy forests. You will be lost there. So you have a river behind, not road. Turn pony, so leather plus mountain fill background, not cars and pony stands. So if you have a horse, you have this, you have a mountain, and that is less is valley. So more will be you, because it is a clean meadow, leather river, pine mountain, and then it has a strong visual weight. Whereas here, crowds, shops, cables, heavy visual noise, and you get lost. And at B&W test in Beta Valley also, if you see a dark shape, you and pony and tree against a light valley, and if you see 5 ponies, 3 shops and cables, you walk 20 meter further for clean space. So meadow is your stadium now. Don't invite the bazaar into the frame. So here, this is bazaar, and here you see you are isolated here. You have a very high visual weight for your selfie. Similarly, a visual weight in Mughal garden selfies now. You use symmetry, use water to create gravity. Mughal formula, garden formula is U plus fountain, U plus fountain plus chinar, and then the sky. Heavy anchor is U and central fountain, that is the central fountain, and then the backdrop is the chinar. What are the light areas? Light areas is a long water channel, lawn, and open sky. And the gravity is your eye follow water straight to you. If you have a dark clothes or the farron and a stone fountain, that will be heavy, and reflecting will be the grass, trimmed grass, that will be a clean horizon, and contrast of the two will be you become part of the symmetry. And 3 Mughal garden rules for perfect weight is you stand at the center line, that is here. Use water channel as a leading line. Center, that is maximum gravity. And one chinar tree, not the forest, as you will see here. Number of trees, here one tree only. You frame yourself with one big chinar behind. Avoid busy tree clusters. And you hide the crowd, that is there should be no crowd. Shoot early morning or use terraces where people, that if people avoid people, that will have a visual noise. And similarly, a symmetry that pulls eyes, water delivers gravity and make it yours. And similarly at the B&W test, if a dark shape, that is U and fountain, on axis of light water plus lawn, if you see, that is a good test, that will be a good selfie. But if you see benches, dustbins, or 20 people in frame, and the symmetry breaks. When the garden is in balance, you become the center of it. That is why symmetry matters here. So you take a central line, you take a water channel, you take one chinar, you have an open sky, and it will have a strong visual weight, and eye lands on you. This is how I want to educate everyone, that wherever you go, how you will take your selfie, keeping all these rules into consideration. And you have a visual weighted herbal waterfall selfie also. Herbal formula is U plus rock and plus falling water. Similarly, you have a heavy anchor here, you have light areas, and what is the result? Now, what is the heavy area? Heavy area is U and plus dark rock on which you are sitting, and then the light is the waterfall, which is white. Waterfall, you use it to the maximum, and then you have also the mist as well as the sky. So gravity eye snaps to you instantly. And 3 waterfall rules for perfect weight is also you stand on one rock. Don't scatter groups across rocks, on one rock only. And the waterfall should be behind, not beside. And then let mist be your light. You step back so spray creates white space around you. Use this space. And then you have a water, you have the rock, and this white space is free. That is this space. You use it as a background. And rock plus waterfall plus mist, that gives a strong visual weight. You stand out. And waterfall feels massive. But here, if you are in a crowd, plus railings, and there is a visual noise, waterfall looks small and you get lost. So this is, if the waterfall looks small in your photo, you stood in the wrong place. And also you can go for the B&W test at Herbal. If you have a dark shape, that is U plus rock, against the white cascade, that is this waterfalling. If you see railings, crowds, or hop the fall, reposition yourself. The whole drop is your light area. So this is how you take a selfie and how you follow the rules of selfie points at Herbal waterfall also. Now we have a visual weight at Badamwari garden where you will see the almond blossoms that turn almond blossoms into gravity, not clutter. Now you have a blossom everywhere. How you will use it for your good selfie? You have a heavy anchor, that is you and almond tree trunk. Don't be in a crowd. Have one tree trunk of it, stand in front of it, and then you have a light areas, that's the pink white blossoms, and then there is a blue sky, an empty path. Now that makes up more focal. Single tree plus blossoms plus blue sky and plus open path. Open path, that is a strong visual weight. Eye lands on you. But here, if you are in a crowd, there are fences, there are buildings, there is a visual noise, and too many trunks, there is no clear anchor. So also it follows the 3 Badamwari rules for perfect weight. You need to have one tree, not the orchard, and you pick one full-blown tree. Avoid background of trunks that will create a noise, and sky behind your head, and you have slightly, you crouch slightly, have a downward face, and place blossoms above, blue sky behind, no building, no fences, and then path as a leading line. Stand on empty walkway, let path plus flowers, rose, pull the eye to you. So this is a blossom and the tree trunk, and blossoms are your light areas, and protect them. So color sells Badamwari. B&W proves if your composition works. So you take a B&W test to only see that whether your composition works. If it passes the B&W test, and your selfie will be more colorful. Now, designing selfie points, we sum up it now. We have seen now, visual weight is the only rule that matters. In all these selfie points, we have seen that it is visual weight that creates an attraction, that creates the focus. And the rule is, if you have one anchor and plus surrounded by one light area, every photo works. If you see here, it works here. And then you have 4 points to understand. You protect the light areas, that is sky, water, snow, lawns. Don't fill them empty is powerful. Second is you pick one anchor only, as it has taken one rock only. One tree, one rock, one fountain, one shikara, that will work. If you take more, that will be mess, that will be noise. And then if you have number of the clutters there, you have bins, you have wire, you have signboards, and now you have to hide them. You put them out of the frame, then it will work. So you also have to trust the B&W, because you are taking a black and white. It looks good without color. It will go viral with color. Because when you are seeing it without color, that is B&W, black and white. And if you see a darker at the center and then there are lighter areas, but in color, it will go viral because it will be more colorful. For Kashmir, parks and urban spots, we already have the beauty, natural beauty everywhere. It's all a selfie. But what you have to do in a design, you have to create a discipline. That is, you mark one clean spot. You have all spots available. You have to mark one clean spot. You have to remove distractions and let the tourists be the star there. That is how in Kashmir, parks, in urban areas, you can take a selfie and that selfie will be viral because you have to discipline yourself. So what is the final takeaway? Don't build for selfies. Build the frame so every selfie wins. So visual note is that single image, a person, a mountain, a lake, no text on photo. It becomes a viral selfie. And at the end, I will say visual weight costs zero. But if you take a bad design, that costs millions in missed photos. So you have to be cautious while taking a photo, while uploading a photo, because if you are not following the rules of the visual weight, and there will be a bad design that costs millions in missed photos.
Thank you so much for watching this presentation. Feel free to watch other videos at YouTube channel Green Treasure. Please comment, like, follow, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos.